Right, okay guys, so today's video is going to be a simple pickups video. Now this isn't going to be the big pickup that I've been saying I would do. I'm still in the middle of editing that, so that will come later. This is the other pickups I've got, and I'm pretty certain I haven't done one since January, so there's a bit here. And there's a bit of everything too. It's not just games, it's not just DVDs or Blu-rays, it's a bit of everything. So, and I have got a list just above the camera here. So if you do see me looking off, it's to check the pricing of what I've paid for, and also to remind me what I'm showing here as well. The old grey matter don't work quite like it used to. So yeah, yeah, let's get on with it. So starting off, a couple of charity shop finds. First one is Bluray for the PS3. This one I got for a steal, I think, because although it's not a massively expensive game, it's dearer than what I paid for it. I got that for £1, which I think is a bargain. So there's that. And then this one, I did have this, but at some point I must have got rid of it in the past. And that's Street Fighter 4, but this one's the Ultra edition. So hasn't got a manual, but then I'm not sure if this one did anyway. So but yeah, that was £1 as well, charity shop, so I thought that was a bargain. Then we move on to eBay purchases. So we then got Redeemer. Now as I'm showing you this, you should be seeing some footage of the game. I don't think it's, yeah, so I'm showing the back, but I'm just thinking I'm going to be showing you footage of the game, so you won't be seeing that. But yeah, this cost £6.95 this on eBay, which I thought was a bargain. So yeah, very good price. It's a top-down, I suppose you'd say it's kind of like a dungeon crawler. As you guys know, if you watch the channel enough, you know I like Chaos Engine. I also like Loaded. And recently I spoke about a game which I'm going to be showing in this pickups video, funnily enough. Battle Axe, and they're all top downs, and Redeemer's no different, same difference. So yeah, good looking game. Then we move on to a Spectrum find. Now I found this one thanks to TetLee. ZX TetLee pointed out that he'd seen this for £9 and it's a steal at that price, someone should buy it. So I listened to him and I did. So yeah, I got this one for £9, and you know, there's the manual, there's the tape. So yeah, a bargain at that price, £9. You know, you can't go wrong. At the end of the day, it's a Spectrum game, and you know, when it comes to Ultimate Play the game, they're normally not cheap anyway, so good price. Then we move on to Snowboard Kids for the N64. You'll see some footage of that as well, just in case you're not aware of what this game is. So you might be asking yourself, why have I picked this up? Well, later in the video you'll find out exactly why I've picked this up, but there's two reasons. The other reason is because I played this a lot as a teenager. A friend of mine had it on his N64, and I remember we used to sit there playing 4 players. And yeah, it's quite an enjoyable game when you play multiplayer. I don't know about so much when you're on your own, but as a multiplayer it's a good laugh. And so yeah, because of something else I've got recently that's in this video, I picked this up for it. Doesn't take a genius to work out what that is at this point, does it? But still. And another game I picked up off eBay is Ridge Racer for the PSP. Now, I've got a PSP. I got it for a bargain price in a charity shop not so long back, but I've not got many games for it. I do like my driving games, and I'd seen plenty of videos of people playing this, and so I thought, yeah, I'm going to get that. And that cost me £5.99. I don't know if I mentioned before, Snowboard Kids was £11. So yeah, but Ridge Racer £5.99. So bargain price. Right, what do we go with next? Okay, so like I say, I'm looking at my list. So we've got Skeletor. Now, if you've watched my collectibles channel, you might have already seen me show this, but this is the Netflix cartoon, but it's not Revelations. This is the other cartoon. It's a different take on the Skeletor figure. Now, I am going to be doing an unboxing of this on the G Collectables channel, and if you go over there, you will see the He-Man one, which is the same set, which I've already done. So this one will be coming. Now, I picked this one up for £7.99, which I thought was quite a good price, and it's an interesting look for the Skeletor figure. I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, if you want to see the unboxing of this, it will be coming up soon on the G Collectables channel, and I'll link that down below. Right, what next? Right, okay, comic books, graphic novels. So these ones are special ones. So we've got volume 1, and as you can see, it's called Berserker. This is volume 1. Now this is a collection of 1 to 4 of the comic, and you might notice if you're eagle-eyed, it says Keanu Reeves there, and there's a reason for that, because he's the co-writer of this. And if you look, the main character even looks like him. So this is volume 1, like I say, comics 1 to 4 into a graphic novel. And then I've picked up volume 2, and this is 5 to 8 in the same idea as the first one. And there is a third one to come, but it's not out yet. That doesn't come out till the 7th of December, and that will obviously be 9 to 12. Now, I paid for these two out £8 something each, so they were, for the pair, you know, around £17 something. So, very good price. I've not read them yet, however, I do know a rough outline of what these are about. I am going to be doing a video on this on the G Collectables channel again, once I've read them. So I have flicked through them quickly. What I can tell you is it's literally gore and blood on virtually every page, and there doesn't seem to be any of that woke shit in here either. Woke trash, which is what we like. So yeah, so that's Berserker volumes 1 and 2, and I got these off of Amazon. So if you're interested in what I'm talking about here, and this sounds interesting to you, get yourself over there. I will give a slight idea of what these comics are about. Basically, the main character is an immortal. That's all I'm going to say. So yeah, but it looks very good. And then we move on to something that I got, and I've now lost it. Where is it? There we go. This was a gift. Now this came through, and I didn't actually know who these were from. But then I found out through Chef, because I think Chef got some as well. Or it might have been Scott, Sega Zombie. One of them. These came from Not the Coin. So thanks for that, mate. I know these come through a long time ago. But if you've been watching the channel, you'll know that I've been in and out of hospital. So I hadn't been able to thank you for them. They are much appreciated. I really like the style of them as well. Because if I'm right, that's Alex Kidd, isn't it? I'm sure it is. It looks very similar to it. So yeah. Pretty smart, and it was nice of him to send them. It's just he didn't send them through and didn't say who had sent them, so I didn't know who they were from initially. But yeah, they look pretty cool there. Right, so another pickup I got from Amazon is, and this one's massively nostalgic for me, and that is Garbage Pail Kids. I used to collect these back in the day. I had loads of them. I got a story about them. I remember my brother. I went out one day. I had a big wedge of them, you know, with a rubber band around them. Went out for the day, come home and found he'd stuck them all over his binder. So I took his binder off him because they were mine. So I figured, well, if you're going to stick them across the binder, then that's now my binder. So yeah, I was infuriated. I really was. I had loads of them, and there was swaps in there too. And he'd stuck them all over this folder. But anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. So this is the book. And what it is it's basically a collection of the cards, or shall I say stickers, because they were initially stickers. I don't know if you can see there because the light's not too great, but this is the back of the stickers. You can see there. And then as you get further into the book, obviously you've got the pictures of the actual stickers, you know, like Fry and Brian. And then you've got Up Chuck. Maybe you can see that. Again, I'm going to be doing a more in-depth video of this on the Collectables channel. The only problem with this, it's got one of them slippy covers and it slides around the book inside it, which is a bit annoying. But the other thing I should point out is you get a pack of cards in it as well, right here at the back. I'm not going to open them now. I think I'm going to leave them as they are. It'd be nice to open them, but I don't want to. I want to keep this as it is. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a more in-depth video on this on the G Collectables channel. So, but yeah, I picked this up. I think this was 15 quid. On Amazon, and it's really smart. Like if you was a massive fan of Garbage Pail Kid back in the 80s, you need to get this. You really need to get this book. It's great. So yeah, there's that. Then what else? I've got so much here. Right, so as I'm talking now, you'll be seeing some footage of something I got from Martin. So I got quite a bit in this video from Martin for different reasons. So Martin knew someone who was getting rid of a couple of bits. One of them being an N64, so you'll be seeing the footage of that now. Now, as I said earlier, I picked up Snowboard Kids. This is the part where you now know why I picked it up, because I now own an N64. And you'll be able to see from the footage, there's a Competition Pro controller in there. I believe the memory is in there too. And also Martin was kind enough to give me a double that he had of F-Zero X, so that's in there as well as all the hookups. And he did me a fantastic price. I'm not going to talk about prices because I don't think that's right when it's between friends and that. So he did me a massive, great deal. But he didn't just do me a deal on this. He did me a deal on something else. Like I say, these are from somebody else, but he paid for them back in January. And of course, I ended up in hospital, so I couldn't pick them up till recently. So then I've had to start paying him the money, if you know what I mean, because he's already paid for these. So it was obviously, it was unexpected, and didn't see any of this coming. So the other thing he picked up for me was a C64 disk drive. You'll see a picture of that now. The reason I'm showing a picture of that is because I've got it nicely put away, and it would be a real headache for me right now to get that out for this video. So I thought, you know what, leave it where it is. I'll just put a picture up. So now the interesting thing about this was he got hold of this for me again for a fantastic price. But it's just typical that the minute I get it, they announce literally a day or two later that they're not going to be doing disc games anymore from Cytronic and places like that. So it's like typical. So I've got a disc drive now, but I won't be able to run any homebrew on it probably by the looks of things. So it'll be old media. Problem with that is a lot of old media is not always that reliable. So I might have actually just bought a disc drive for nothing. But hey ho, it is what it is. I'm just glad to have one. And the reason I wanted one was because I had one of these back in the day. When I first got my bread bin, it came with this very disk drive, the 1541. And I've not had one since. And so it was something I was eager to get. And when Martin said, I know a guy getting rid of one, it was like, right, okay, I've got to have this. It's just that nostalgia thing, you know, it hooks us all, don't it? So yeah, so I got that as well. And again, I'm not saying prices because I don't think that's right. That's between me and Martin. It's no one else's business. And when I'm saying Martin, if you're not aware of who Martin is TheHobbyLodge. I will link him down below. You can go and check him out. He's recently done a bit of a move around in his hobby lodge. So you might want to get over there and check it out because he's done some pretty cool things. There's something called Commodore Corner now. That's all I'm going to say. Get yourself over there, have a look. Anyway, moving on with Martin. So he also gave me some gifts, which is funny because I've got something I've got to give him now as well. But he sorted me out, and I've just realised this is upside down. That's typical, isn't it? So, not sure how well you can see that, but he's given me Star Wars Risk. Now, I have already got Star Wars Risk, but this is the black series. You can tell that because the cover's black and white. On the other one, it's red and all different colours, multicolours on the front, red on the sides. The difference with this one is that the ships and the Death Star and that, they're all made out of metal. Whereas on the version I had, they were card, like the Millennium Falcon and that was made out of card. So, and Martin just gifted me this, so it's very nice of him. So yeah, nice to have in a collection. So the Black Series is the better one. It was the more expensive one. Martin was doing a move around, he was clearing some stuff out. He knows I'm a Star Wars fan, so he offered it to me. So yeah, so I got that. And it didn't end there. I got a couple more gifts off him. I quite often get some gifts off Martin because he'll quite often buy bundles and stuff, or he'll do a move around and then he's got a few bits he doesn't need, and so he'll give them to me, and then later on I'll get a bundle and there's something in there I don't need, and then I return the favour. Me and Martin do this quite a lot. So one of them other things was Alien Breed 2. The Horror Continues. Big box edition. Hang on, let's open it up. Typical, isn't it? Why is it whenever you're doing a video they never want to come off? It's always the way, isn't it? And there you go, there's the discs and the manual. And so that was nice. And I mean, you know, you don't see these every day, especially in this condition. And then the other one is Lemmings 2 Tribes. Now, I'm not going to open this one because this one's a bit more of a pain in the arse to open. But trust me, it's all in there. So he gave me that as well. And I'm a massive Lemmings fan anyway, so yeah. very happy with that. So thanks for that, Martin. Really appreciate it. And like I say, he already knows this. I've got something I've got to give to him as well. So yeah, I recently got a bundle and there was something in there that I didn't need, and so I'm going to give it to him. So yeah, right. So moving on. So we're now at the point 3 weeks since my birthday, and I've got some bits for my birthday. Funny enough, I'm wearing one of them now. Don't know how well you can see it. Back in the day, I was a big Raiders fan, and Connor was out shopping with his mum, and he saw this. He was like, "Can I get that for Dad for his birthday?" So I've got this, and he also got me a Mario Brothers t-shirt as well, which was really nice. So yeah, so a couple of nice nostalgic things there, because I was a big Raiders fan back in the day. But also, I got Battle Axe, which was something I asked for the Nintendo Switch. And like I was saying earlier, this is like a top-down, very mystical sort of magic style. If you watch one of my live streams I did a couple of weeks ago with Martin, you'll see some gameplay of this on there. It's a really cracking game, actually. Kind of reminds you of a bit of a mixture between Gauntlet, Golden Axe, you know, and that sort of style, them sort of styles. But it's also like a, you know, like a fighter as well. So it's a good game, really good game. And then this one, this is it's a cardboard box. Yeah, it is a cardboard box. I don't know if you can see who that is on the front there, but that obviously is He-Man. And that's because this is a special edition, and this is Skeletor. Now he's from the multiverse, and this is in a time where somehow him and Skeletor end up being the same thing. And so basically he's He-Man with Skeletor colours, and he's evil. As I'm saying, it's obviously, you're just in a cardboard box because it is sealed. I have got a second one, so I might do an unboxing. I don't know yet. But this one's staying sealed. So as I'm saying this, you'll see a picture come up. You'll be able to see what he looks like out of the box, because there is a picture online, obviously, and I've got a picture of that just to show you guys. But this one I want to keep sealed, because, you know, these things tend to be worth more later on down the line when they're still in their original packaging. But like I say, I've got a second one, so I might unbox it at some point. But if I do, that will be on again on the G Collectables channel. So, because it's a collectible, so that's where it should be. I should add, this is like an Origins figure. So this is the same style as the original Masters of the Universe figures. And that's basically what this looks like. Now, obviously, this character didn't come out in the original run. So much like if you've watched my G Collectables, you would have seen me do a video on the newer, the Anti-Eternia He-Man, which was another version where he's black and orange. Wasn't in the original run, but he was mentioned in a audio tape. So I imagine this is probably the same. It's probably in other media, but never released. So, but yeah, like I say, get on the G Collectables channel, subscribe. You might see me doing an unboxing of the second one I've got of these on there. So that's that. And then the last thing at the end of this video, it's going to cut to just to go out on what I picked up on Blu-rays, because just recently I've been picking up Blu-rays to replace the DVDs. I've got a hell of a lot of films, and if they're out on Blu-ray, what I want to do is get them on Blu-ray, because not only is it better quality, Blu-ray is also super cheap at the moment to pick up, but also they take up a lot less room. DVD cases are a lot bigger, so what I've been doing is switching them out. If I see some in charity shops that I've already got, I pick them up, switch them out. So what you're going to see now is a video of me showing you what Blu-rays I picked up. So that's what the video will end on. So I'm just going to say now, I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. And if you have, please like, share and subscribe. And until next time, take care, stay safe. Nerdy Geezer out. Right, so Blu-ray pickups. Now, at the moment, I'm concentrating on replacing all my DVDs with Blu-rays. So, we've got a few sealed ones to start with. Born Ultimatum. Goodfellas, still sealed. 300. Now, these all come out of a charity shop, £1 each. Despicable Me. Toy Story, Special Edition. Red. Captain Phillips, that's actually a good film, that. I like that. Gladiator, got to be done, innit? Transformers Special Edition. Only good Transformers in my opinion. Revenge of the Fallen, another Transformers. No Time to Die, not a good film, but I've got all the other Bonds, so it had to be done. Predator, classic, love that film. AVP2, can't remember if I've replaced this already, I might have done, not sure. And Predators.